Yo, what up guys? We're here at Utrecht Regional. We are here with Sleeping Genius, aka Georgios. And yeah, he got top 8 with Dofi. And yeah, let's see your deck.
Yes, so the games were amazing actually. I am so glad I actually went top 8. I didn't have very high expectations because of a lot of black decks existing, but I gambled that I'm not gonna play with a lot of Lucis and RP Law. That didn't work out, so I did play with only Lucis and RP Laws, but I did make it in top cut, which is nice. So for a start, I have 4 Peronas. They're very important in your deck. You really need to have them so you can actually mill the cards that they're like bad on the bottom of the deck, or fix your deck in a way that you can actually work it out. You don't want to cut this, so I'm just gonna do it on the other way around so it can help also. So you don't want to cut this, it's one of the best cards. You can't go 3 because the engine already runs way too many Warlords, so you cannot also you can avoid a lot of whiffs, let's say. Then we have the blocker, Dofi, 4 of those. Definitely need it. This you don't cut. It's very important. It's one of the it's your only blocker in the deck, and it's extremely important to actually as well fix the cards as much as you want in your deck. Yes. Then you have the Moria. This is one of the more underestimated cards in the deck. So when I was start playing Dofi, it was a bit meh to use it, but the more you play the deck, you can actually feel that this card is one of the strongest cards in the deck. Because like in an 8-dot turn, you can play Moria, pick up the Weevil, and then play Leader ability in a Jinbe that brings up the Weevil and draw an extra card. So you just place 3 body in one turn, and it's very, very strong against black ones. So very needed card. I would not cut a single one of them. Then we have one of the best cards, of course, in the deck, which is Jinbe. Yeah, you don't play less than 4, it's impossible. It's one of the reasons why this is a very strong deck. You need it, you need to keep up the tempo. You need to, in specific matchups, you really need to be aggressive. In other matchups, you can play just to set up your board. So it's a card that is 100% guarantee needed 4 times. And of course you have the second best cards in the deck, which is Weevil. So this one is, yeah, when it came out I was insanely happy. It's like, before even OP07, this is the card that I wanted. I wanted a 6k Warlord, a 6k power Warlord, and this one also gives you a card. I was happy even with 6k vanilla, and getting a card extra I was very, very happy. Then we have 1 Gecko Moria, vanilla. So I know a lot of people are playing 2 or 3, but I think I would even cut the 1. So the only reason I have it there is because of the ratio of Warlords. So sometimes you can gamble on 7k and you can get like a 6k body. And this is literally the only reason why I have the Gecko Moria. And otherwise I would prefer literally any other 4-cost Warlord, like Moria or, okay, except the 2ks. And then we have the Warlord Law. This is very important card for Nami matchup, but not as good on the other matchups, in the current meta at least. You play 4 of them, of course, because it's a 2k counter, but there will be rare times that you will actually need to use Leader ability to take it back in your hand. Most of the times I only use it, well, I only use it for Nami, that's it. Which I had also in Matopi. So then you have another 2k, which is Crocodile. So just a 2k. Although, to be fair, because George will bring the red green law back in the meta, this is gonna be very popular. You can play it and bounce a 2k back in the hand, so you can bounce like the choppers or non-searcher cards, important. So he can have like a harder time, let's say, on the samples. Not that much, but anything you can get, literally anything you can get. Then you have Mihawk. It's a 2k counter. Also underestimated card. I played a lot of times just to draw, so you can filter a lot of your bricks on this one with just 1 Dawn. So it's a very, very strong card, and you cannot play less than 4. And now we go to one of my favorite cards, which I absolutely love, and it's Pudding. I would not cut a single one in the current meta, and I know a lot of people will say 3 are enough. Maybe they're right, maybe they're wrong. I want to see them. So I don't want to have like the odds of, you know what, I play an important match which is yellow or black-yellow Luffy or Nami, and I don't have the card and I have to mulligan and gamble my cards. So to me, I think Pudding is definitely needed 4 times for the current meta again. Like if the meta becomes different, of course more aggressive, then you can cut it down to 3. Then we have 2 Boa, which I really disliked that card when it came out. I thought it's not gonna work on Dofi, and this probably is one of my worst mistakes I could possibly make. The card is absolutely perfect. Like the fact that it's 8k helps you on red below. It's amazing, even on black matchups. It helps you to keep one Moria out, and it's a 6 cost body, which is also very painful for black decks, actually for Moria only, not for Luci, but it's amazing. And probably I'm gonna put a third one on the deck, and I'm gonna cut one, I'll explain, one event. So then we have 3 Kaido. I know a lot of people do play like either Sanjis or they play different big bodies like Mihawk. I don't like it. I really believe Kaido is one of the best ones, if not the best, at least in this meta. You need him in a lot of matchups, and on contrary to everyone's words, you really need it on RP low. And I can explain how I play the matchup because I had 4 RP lows in the tournament and I win all 4 of them. And I had 4 Lucis and I lost 4 from those 2 Lucis. And that was my X2. So I have 50% on Lucis and I got 100% against RP lows with a specific gameplay. And then I have 3 Red Rock. This is probably the card I'm gonna cut. Not all of them, I think you still need 2. So I would probably cut this for 1 Boa. And you need 2 for the yellow matchup, just to make more comfortable the NLs, the NLs, yes, or even the Bonis, like they can have like a Zoro. You need it, definitely. So I would cut 1, but I would definitely play 2. And you have to spam the match to actually see if it feels very, very well against Boni. Although I do believe that Boni and RP low and Luci requires specific gameplay to actually beat them. Then we have one of the cards that won me like God knows how many games. It's Gravity Tiger, or whatever it's called. It's a 7 cost event that bottoms 2 cards. So this is very important to actually have it. It's very good against RP low, it's very good against Black Yellow Luffy, it's very good against Nami. People don't believe it, but this is very, very good against Nami. Especially when they have the 3 cost blocker and the 1 cost Kage, you just bottom both of them and it's plus 2 cards on their deck. So it's insane. And you don't need less than 3 and you definitely don't need more. So 3 I think is the perfect ratio. Then we have one Gam Rain, which is a very clutch card. This card actually won me a game because I did have it in my hand. So I'm not gonna remove it. Maybe I'll do the second one, I'll think about it. And yeah, we'll see. I think 2 is a bit, no, I think 2 is too much. 1 is enough, but I'll think about what I'm actually gonna replace. And 1 perfume. So this one won me 3 or 4 games. And I know a lot of people are saying that it's like, hey, it's lucky you have 1 perfume. But the deck is not lucky. Like you can have 5, let's say, warlords on your top deck, and you do Perona. If you know you're going aggressive and you know you need perfume, bottom. And then 5 useless cards can go bot, and then 5 good ones can actually come to your hand, which can be the 7 cost events or the perfume. It's very important to understand that 2 of them is very bricky. I would not play 2. 1 is more than enough, and yeah, I think it's excellent card in general. So this is it. If you guys want, I can go through the matchups. Like for me, RP low, it requires a specific game plan. I actually give a shout out to Joanna. She's one of our friends because she beat me 3-0 on RP low, and because she beat me 3-0, that's how I can actually knew how to play the RP low matchup. And the way to do it is you have to counter everything. Like no matter what he does in 5Ks and 6Ks, even if you go down to 2 or 1 card, you have to counter it. Play for the board control and drop the Kaidos, and you immediately win the game. If you take too many unnecessary hits, 5s and 6, you're probably gonna lose. Like I tested the games so much, and this is how I won the 4. Maybe they can find the counter tactic to that, obviously, but the way I beat them is exactly like that. I play defensive, I counter all of the hits that I can, play to 7 cost events and Kaidos, refill my hand and get the board control and eventually win. And for the people that they doubt it, I had also one matchup that was very good one, and I ended with 3 HP and he had 3 Rages, and I still won with that technique. So it was a very, very good matchup. And this is how I play the matchup. I really suggest you guys try it. It's very promising. Luci, you have to be aggressive. Don't play defensive. You cannot auto-control them. It's absolutely impossible. If they start hitting with Morias, you have no chance. You have to drop them on 0 HP as fast as you can, and then play Perfume and finish them, because they can just puke a lot of blockers, swarm everything, and yeah, you have no chance. And Bonnie is very important. The 7 cost events are very needed, but the advice I can give to Dofy players against Bonnie is not swing if they have a buddy like Cavendish and another one. Because a lot of Bonnie players play the green restant law, and they can swing to your buddies and take all of your buddies. Don't do that. Wait, swarm the board, play the 7 cost event, bottom everything, then start swinging, because then they cannot do anything about this. Also important to try to be defensive on Bonnie. The reason why I'm saying that is because there are 2 Bonnie decks, but the most popular one and the best one in my opinion is the aggressive one, with the you don't play kids basically, so be careful on that one. NLs, Namis, your best matchups. Black Yellow Luffy, your best matchup, definitely. You have the 7 cost event on Hisabo, you have Pudding, they cannot take easy swings, so swarm the board, don't hit, then start swinging 5s with everything. If they take it, they lose. If they don't, you Pudding. If they take it, you Pudding. If they don't, yeah, they automatically lose because they have no hand. So a very good matchup for you. So that's my way of actually going top 8, guys. I really suggest everyone to try this. I know most people won't actually say how they beat other decks, but I think it's very nice to the community to actually help each other out. And hey, how did this guy go top 8? This is how I did. I played, I don't know if I mentioned my matchups. From the first 9 games, I played first 1 Black Yellow Luffy, 4 RP Lows, and 4 Lucis. And then I went to day 2, and I played Nami, which I went 2-0, and then I played Red Green Low, which he whooped my ass. So, yeah, crazy. That's it, guys. And yeah, thanks for listening, and good luck on your games.
Okay.